Back again. Today we're making cashew nut chicken with some really delicious sauce. It's teriyaki, black soy sauce, and thin soy sauce. So let's get started. We're going to start off by having some chicken thighs, cutting them up into bite-sized pieces. This is going to be very similar to like a kung pao recipe in terms of the way it looks. So make sure you get some chicken thighs. If you want to do chicken breast, go ahead, but I think it's better with the thigh because it has more flavor. So you're going to get your mixture of teriyaki sauce, thin soy sauce, black soy sauce, and you're going to mix it all together and you're going to throw it in. We're going to let it marinate for about 15 to 20 minutes. After 15 minutes, you can actually take it out because it doesn't take that long. So go ahead and put them all in there, let them get to know each other, and then we're going to go ahead and stick that in the fridge. Set a timer for 15 to 20 minutes because this recipe does not take long. Next, get a white onion, cut it in half, and then chop it up into like thinly sliced portions, I guess you could say. Not in a traditional way you would cut an onion, but you know, on the side. That way you get some good onion pieces in there that caramelize really well. Everything is even and it's just delicious. Because we're gonna end up adding some of my favorite green onions in there because I just fucking love them. This recipe is coming from Night Market again. It's in LA. It's I haven't been there yet, but I am very much looking forward to it after making the second recipe in a row. Next, we're gonna cut up some green onions. We're gonna cut them on the side. You want to give it that cut because it gives it like this nice little elegant, a different vibe. And you throw it in there. So go ahead and get some green onions, cut them up finely on the side like how I'm doing here. If you don't want to do that, you really don't have to. You can cut it traditionally how you normally would, just straight across. If it makes it easier on you, but I wanted to be fancy, so let's do it. And next, you're gonna have superhuman powers like me and go really, really fast. I'm just kidding. But yeah, chop them all up, set them to the side. Next, we're gonna heat up our wok until it starts smoking. Get some neutral oil. I'm using grapeseed right here. Usually I use avocado or vegetable, but you know, whatever you have on hand, as long as it's neutral tasting. You don't want the olive oil to like overpower it, or like a sesame oil to like overpower the flavor. You want it to be neutral. We're gonna roast our cashews. It's not gonna take long. It usually takes about a minute or so, depending on how high you have it. But the higher you have your heat, the faster it's gonna be. So just keep an eye out from it. You don't want to walk away from this. They will burn and they will not be useful. So just make sure you're watching it. As you can see, we're about like, I sped it up a little bit, like 30 seconds in, we're already gaining some color. Now we're almost ready to actually take them out. Probably like another few seconds more. We're gonna do the flame out. And then we're just gonna have a paper towel on the side on hand, and you're gonna just start scooping them out. That way they don't burn and roast anymore, and you have the nuts that we're looking for. I don't know if you want to use another type of nut. I wouldn't recommend it. I've always had it with cashews. I think it feels great. But you know what? Fuck it. I take it back. You should do whatever you want. It's your kitchen, man. So have fun with it. Just make sure they don't burn, like how I'm having the ones here that are slightly turning a little bit darker than what I would like, but I saved them. After that, you're gonna take all but 3 tablespoons of oil out. Go ahead and just scoop it, set it to the side like how I'm doing here. Don't worry, I had a little bowl in the sink and just dropped it in there. We're gonna get our onions and throw those bad boys in, followed by our marinated cashew nut chicken blend. Throw it all in there, let it get to know each other. It's gonna steam up, but it's gonna be so flavorful. When you smell it, it's gonna blow your effing mind. Next, you just mix it. We're gonna want to cook this down until the onions are opaque and the chicken is cooked pretty much all the way through. You're gonna have to mix it around a little bit, and then you're gonna wait until it becomes into like this thick sauce, and then you're gonna add actually the remaining 1 tablespoon of black soy sauce in there before anything else, after you add the chicken and the onion. Sorry, I forgot that part, but it's all gravy. After, we're just gonna keep reducing until it's ready. It doesn't take long. Usually it took about like probably 10 minutes for right here, and as you can see, I wasn't sure if it was ready, so I took a little piece and I tasted it, and it was amazing. Remember, taste as you go. Tasting as you go actually helps you in the long run with seasoning and getting that restaurant quality. After that, we're going to flame out, turn off our stove, and then we're going to throw our remaining green onions in there to mix it up, kind of like how we did that pad thai. go ahead and let them mingle because they are all single and ready to fingle after we're ready to plate. I had some rice on hand that I made because I am one prepared bitch. And so plate it. You can scoop as much rice as you want out there. Lay it down. You can even have the rice on the side and just serve that cashew as a main, so you do it family style. But I was just like, fuck it, throw it on there and just throw the rest on and we're good to go. As you can see, it's all cooked. It looks amazing. Our chicken has the marinade in there. We get the flavor of all the sauces, and surprisingly, this is one recipe where you didn't need fish sauce. Hope you enjoy.